My name is Patrick Cheeseman. Thank you for inviting me for participating today. Talk today is all about how to inspire the next generation of AI entrepreneurs and some work that myself and my colleagues have been doing to do that here in Dubai. So what is an AI entrepreneur? Well, somebody who wants to build AI solutions that solve real-world problems. There's no point trying to build something for no reason. So you need to solve a real-world problem that's affecting some kind of business or people out in the real world. They would create new business models utilizing AI technology. We know that there's just in the last 18 months, the influx of new AI technologies has gone extremely mainstream. Everybody's talking about it. And there are a lot of tools and techniques that are coming out that AI entrepreneurs can take advantage of to build proper solutions. But also at the same time, they need to build a business around it. There's no point just learning the technology and building something. It's got to have a business case. It's got to have a real world problem to solve. And there should be a business around it. If you want to be an entrepreneur, ultimately, you've got to attract capital and you've got to make money at the end of the day. An AI entrepreneur will look to find ways of transforming the way we work and conduct business and in our daily lives as well. And also understand, as we said, how to turn an idea into a viable business. So how do we do this? How do we inspire the next generation? We need to provide a pathway to inspire them. A step-by-step sequence, a pathway, resources, and inspiration to get them from an idea, at least to a minimum viable product and a business proposition that's attractive for potential investors to invest in. About a year ago, myself and my colleagues created in Dubai an organization called the Decoding Data Science and AI. It's a community. And it's a community of like-minded individuals that are interested in AI, data science, and computing generally. Physically based in Dubai, but we do have people all over the world. Currently approaching our first year anniversary on the 21st of this month. We have over 90,000 members across all our social media in 1 year, okay, of which we have a core group in the UAE of around 4,500 members. Generally, it's a community-driven organization where we started off first by teaching the fundamentals of AI, so all of these new technologies, okay, that are now available, the large language models, the deep learning, etc. So we built up a portfolio of training courses, which is growing every week. We now have over 260 hours of courses, but more importantly, live coding workshops, which we recorded, of people actually having to build applications and do something interesting. But the best way to learn is to do. Okay, we recognize there's no point being blasted by PowerPoint. Best thing to do is or watch YouTube videos, etc. The best way to learn is actually create something. So what we're now working towards now is building a workshop-based environment to help budding AI entrepreneurs and data scientists to solve these real-world problems. Okay, so how do we inspire somebody with ideas to take them to a viable product? So the framework we're deploying is bottom-up. We have a talent pool in Dubai made up of students, undergraduates, graduates, hobbyists, and professionals. And when I say Dubai, I mean the UAE, and of course around the world as well. But physically, because we're here, we're starting in Dubai or the UAE generally. Students, undergraduates, graduates, there is a very valuable resource of talent and enthusiastic young people in this city. We've noticed because there are case studies of people doing some amazing things. There's a student a few years ago who was a student at the GEMS Modern Academy School here in Dubai, who in that school, they encouraged students to start businesses. Okay, so this student went on and set up this business. We called it Zepto. Okay, he got offered a place at Stanford University. He turned it down. We dropped out because Zepto became so successful. He took it back to his country in India and is now worth $1.4 billion. But it started off as a side hustle project at one of the schools in Dubai. Okay, and you can Google that. You'll see the answer there. So we know there is a huge pool of really talented. So students, undergraduates, graduates, hobbyists, professionals, it doesn't really matter what age they are, but they might have a great idea in their head and they want to solve a problem. Another classic example is Canva. The people in Australia, the couple, like a guy and a girl who started Canva, had no technical knowledge at all, but I believe it's the most successful startup in Australian history. Everybody uses Canva, right? So, and you don't have to be technically knowledgeable to start one of these projects. To help inspire people, we need to encourage events, whether they're virtual or physical. Workshops, we want to create workshops where we can show people how to create an idea and take it to an MVP, how to build a business out of an idea. We want to create hackathons to find out who are the best people and to test people's skills about how to help them build real world applications in the hackathons. We want expert panels to review and have a look at their business ideas and give encouragement and coaching to help them take their product from an idea to a thing. We want to participate in conferences where we have this expertise all together, where people can ask questions and get answers to solving their real world problems, whether it's physical or virtual. We want partners who can sponsor these activities. So whether that's financial or in kind or providing advice or providing resources to help these children, these kids, these young people, or anybody with an idea to take it to a product, that we're looking for people to help bring that together. And ultimately, we have the startup. And the idea would be to get these projects to a point where we could come to a company like Coinvesting, for example, and say, here's an interesting project that you might want to invest in, and to other equivalent companies as well, and organizations as well. This process has already started. We have built, as I said, 260 hours, and it's growing every week, of workshops. And they're not just PowerPoint sessions. There are community meetings. There are live programming and development sessions, workshops, where the tutors are programming live in front of everybody. We have maybe 10 people participating. And the people are also replicating what they're doing. So they're learning by building, which is really, really important. We have business type meetings. We have the hackathons, as we said. And the whole idea is to get really good, strong, interactive tutorials together that people can participate in, so they can improve their skills, building the real world apps, and come up with ideas that could be taken to the market. So, for example, building a nutrition app on photo of a meal to calories and nutrients. The tools are available to do that now. We ran a session to show how you can do that, linking into the various systems as well. Vector database and information retrieval systems. The previous guys talked about that. So we're running these live workshops, and we run 4 a month at the moment. Plus, we have three community meetings a week on LinkedIn and on Zoom, to get the community, to bring them together, and to help encourage and inspire them. Basically what I just said. So we held our first major hackathon with a company called the Applied AI Company, of which I found out today there was an ex-employee in the audience who speaks very highly of them, and I have to say they work very well with them. So the company came up with a real-world business problem that they were working on with the Abu Dhabi government around emergency services. The project was firemen in their suits working in a very noisy environment need to issue commands to each other. Obviously, in an environment that's very noisy, a lot of interference going on. And so they supplied an audio file of these commands, and the hackathon was, how can you filter out those command words from the background noise, etc., using whatever AI technique you wish to do. We had 150 teams registering, and we had about 10 days to solve the problem. And we had our event for announcing the winners a few weeks ago. The reason that the Applied AI Company did this was because they were looking to find the best engineers. They say CVs are not good enough anymore. We need to test people and find out who are the best programmers. So that's why they did it. So there were internship and being employed by the company opportunities as well. But they also gave out cash rewards for the winners. And it was really surprising. A professional individual won the award, but the second prize was for students, okay? In terms of, so just once again, the show is that there's a lot of talent in this city and in the UAE, because these people came from all over. In fact, we had competitors from outside the UAE as well, because it was a virtual area as well. But we had a lot of fun doing it, and they got a lot of press out of it in the local press, etc., and it helped to raise their profile. They're based in Abu Dhabi. They do a lot of work in the healthcare industry and other bits and pieces. And they're so happy we're now working on with the next one. Okay. Summarizing what I just said. So our goals are to build an ecosystem where anyone with an idea can build new solutions using AI and other technologies, to coach them into building a viable business based on that idea, which is attractive enough to be funded, ultimately, and to inspire the next generation to solve real-world problems that benefit humanity. Yeah, because if you can solve a problem, if there are problems out there that you can really solve that are benefiting humanity, that's a big scope, that's a big project, has lots of potential to make money as well. This is us. Okay, my colleague and my two other colleagues, Sadia and Mohammed, are at Leap at the moment. Mohammed is a keynote speaker at Leap, so he apologizes he couldn't be here today to chat with you guys. But you can find us on LinkedIn, Decoding Data Science. You can find us on Google, Decoding Data Science. These are our LinkedIn profiles. And you can join our core community here at this link here, the nas.io Artificial Intelligence. And we're on all the usual social media channels. So please come and join us. Come and help us. If you think you can help us inspire the next generation and get them to a point where they can build a solution that could be invested in, then please come and chat to me afterwards. Thank you very much. That's my thing. Thank you.